Hey guys, sorry. Change of plans. We are going to go back to playing World of Horror because I can't seem to get Yume Nikki to work with the viewer, so unfortunately we're stuck in Shiokawa. Okay, so we are going up against the thing forsaken by God. And it looks like, oh, we've got a new person here. So I've got the medical history status. Let's see, we've got a transfer girl, casual shirt, teen witch, and WZ.86. Let's be a teen witch for tonight. Alright, so let's see what sort of mysteries we have. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. So we need to gossip about the current mystery. I keep hearing a wailing sound coming from the third stall in the girls' bathroom. It's been so hard to get any sleep lately. Did you hear? There's a cliff nearby with strangely shaped holes. Alright, we've got a new ally. Recently, the tap water in my entire neighborhood started tasting weird, almost like... When Akamanto asks which paper do you want, you must refuse anything. Alright, so we're investigating the school. You enter the kitchen. Even though it's abandoned and the lights are off, something is cooking in a large pot. You don't like the smell of it. You rummage through the drawers and pick up the sharpest looking knife you can find. Alright. With your friends safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe records in the city's library make mention of Akamanto. You try to avoid mirrors, afraid of what could be waiting for you on the other side. Oh, let's visit the doggo. Boop, boop, boop. Get ourselves a flashlight. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wants you to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Well, let's see what's inside. You shine your flashlight in the dark closet and something glitters at you. You grab it as the moving company enters the house. Ooh, a cursed doll. Ah. It's covered in dried blood. You read a story about a vengeful samurai known for wearing a crimson red cape. It's an interesting find for sure, but you need to find more information. You stumble upon the computer room. This is a good opportunity to check the school's database to look for anything that might help your investigation. You find a curious folder containing photos. With rising horror, you discover that you're in every one of them. The last photo shows a smiling man standing over your bed. One of the articles mentions a young doctor who performed life-saving surgery on a victim of a brutal assault. The assault happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can share some information. You meet with your friend who has recently started her nurse practice. You lazily chat on the roof of the hospital watching the sunset. Now would be the perfect opportunity to ask about the recent unearthly events. Her stories about missing patients, mysterious surgeries, and a strange infection are helpful, but they kill the mood. You must leave this place. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all of the records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news. Your friend didn't come to school today, and another body has supposedly been found. You hear a faint sound while walking outside the biology classroom. Inside is an old anatomy model, its heart beating. The sight almost makes you sick. The principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. The investigation is starting to take a toll on your health. You feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. How do you address your weakened state? The world may be falling apart, but you really needed that nap. A tall woman with an unsettling face and twitching lips stops you. I'll be your new biology teacher. Could you help me move some stuff to my new office? Let's say no. Ah! She suddenly grabs your hand. Oh, I insist. The creepy substitute teacher hands you some old books to carry. Among the mundane titles, you find one called Extinction of Mankind. You shudder, feeling the teacher's gaze on your back. There is no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish, squeak. The sound of rubber boots and an unknown liquid dripping on the tiles. Squish, squeak. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Squish, squeak. The door slowly opens. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too tall for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me. His voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? I don't want anything from you. It's getting darker. The tall man in the red coat slowly takes their mask off as stall walls wither and rot, and reality starts to crumble. Basking in the dying sun's morbid glow, your corpse continues to twist and warp, bringing you closer to your primordial, perfect form. Soon, the herald will take you to the shattered court, where you will perform and sing mad songs until the end of time itself. You've perished. Oh well. Alright. You've received an official-looking letter. What does a law firm from Tokyo want from you? We regret to inform you of the passing of our client and your granduncle. His funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil as per the client's request. There's an address in the list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigue. You decide to check it out yourself. What's the worst thing that could happen? Okay. We are exploring the mansion. Not the healthiest thing in the world. A pair is standing next to a window. The man is muttering something to himself while his wife is observing you with her unnaturally bulgy eyes. The body is laid in the master bedroom. You should pay him your respects. You enter the art workshop. The room is cluttered with half-finished sculptures and bizarre masks hanging on the wall. One sculpture strikes you as eerily realistic. One mask looks similar to the design you once saw in an occult book. You decide to take it with you. Pressing a handkerchief to your nose, you enter the dark room. There's no way they allowed your granduncle to just lie here. What was the correct bow and clap order? Maybe other guests will know? You notice all guests are studying small cards. You should ask them about it. A muscular man is eyeing you as you take a step towards him. You can't help but notice a deep scar going across his cheek. You didn't get this with a letter? Here, take mine. Okay, so pray over the body, clap, bow, bow, clap. There's a weird symbol tattooed on his toe. Countless spoons fly out of a cupboard when a ghastly figure materializes in the middle of the room. Rumu Ghost. Light up fireplace. A meat cleaver. Okay, fireplace is lit. Okay, and then pray over the body. The body! It's missing! Where is everybody? The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts through the floor where you stood just seconds ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. Ooch! You were startled when you discovered that headless body. You were horrified when you saw its head, hanging in the middle of the room and laughing. Wait, what's that? Black hair. As the vigil is nearing its end, the whole mansion shakes more and more until the walls start to collapse, revealing the shocking truth about your whereabouts. The bloated corpse of your uncle slowly floats into the room as the remaining walls collapse. The contract is not over yet. The contract is void. A voice booms in your head as everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the grass in an old mansion nowhere to be seen. Next to you are the other guests, as confused as you. Everything feels like a bad dream. Was the man claiming to be your granduncle really trying to cheat death itself? You and the other family members finally exit the forest and leave the nightmare of it behind. One thing is certain, though. You will never open letters from law firms in Tokyo. Someone is standing in the shadow watching your door. Combined with sewing kit. A lock of human hair. Okay, so we are going to do the spine-chilling mystery of school scissors. Oh hey, we got ourselves a new follower. Thank you very much. A bloated figure emerges from the murky water, blocking your only way out of the pool. Alright, and we got level up. So we got Fast Learner, Leadership, and Anatomy class. So let's do that, and we'll give our stamina a boost. Okay, so we've gotten ourselves the Blessed Shock, so now we need to figure out the Ritual Sigil. There we go. A sudden blast of heat grabs your attention. An older man standing next to you screams in pain as he's engulfed from fire from seemingly nowhere. As other people start to panic and help the burn victim, you spot a hooded woman standing in the distance. When she sees you, she starts to run. You can't shake off the feeling that you were the target of this supernatural attack. Okay, ritual is ready. You take a step back as a writhing, amorphous mass slowly takes shape. Soon, it becomes a tall, woman-like creature with 3 faces, all connected by a wide smile. Now, it is your chance to fight and defeat this horror. It is also your only chance. Twisting and twitching, the demon woman enters the classroom, cackling menacingly. Am I beautiful? Oh, jeez. Frozen in fear, you watch as she gets closer. Her sharp scissors are slowly cutting through your cheeks as she asks you, "Am I beautiful?" I'm gonna do a little easier. The missing stars. Ato Yorozoshi. Media reports on various people with seemingly supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? So what is this? The Book of Gore. +3 reason and stamina, add 1 random injury. The horrible history of household hell. There are many old mansions around this town. Maru Manor is one of them, supposedly haunted by the family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer. But is it the only tragic event that took place there? In the summer of 1971, a whole class trip fell to the sea when a rock they were standing on collapsed. They didn't find the bodies until now. Nothing happens. The ritual will only work on ghost enemies. Aw, crap. I have to run the heck out. Lost in time and space, you drift in nothingness until something pulls you towards the light. A parasitic star is looming over the dying civilization. Is this the fate of our planet as well? Digging beneath a stone pillar, you unearth a chest. Inside, you find a rotting human head. Walking through the forest, you spot a pair of legs sticking out of a bush. Before you can do anything, however, they twitch and move. Ah! You aren't sure what to expect. The sturdy door to the study opens with a creak. The dark, dusty room is empty, but if something feels wrong, a faint draft perhaps. Contaminated water. Ugh. Alright, another level. Our master is coming and we can all bask in its glory. Ugh. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, that no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made these horrors disappear. The Eternal Web. Hatarasu Nacha. Chakatarasu is once again awakening from its slumber. Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Stop it before it devours us all. The Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. I'm just really tired tonight. Ouch! In the middle of a room, you see a man tied to a chair. You rush in to help. When you remove his gag, though, the man starts shouting curses and ancient prophecies. You fall on the floor, your mind flooded with unspeakable images. The man slowly stands up, completely ignoring the chair he was seemingly tied to. And guess who has no weapons? Wait, what's that? A curious statuette. Something pulls you towards the beach. A statuette, half buried in the sand, is calling you. Feeling your hands shaking, you take a step closer. The statuette is surprisingly heavier than it looks. Mesmerized? You take it home and wonder where you'll display it. It's a bad idea. The young man has glassy eyes and mumbles his replies between caressing his catch. The beating movements in his arms disturb you. Walking on the beach, you spot a weirdly colored rock. It seems to be covered. Whoops. Crap! After a slow interrogation, the young man manages to stutter out something about an organized fishing trip. Crabs are feasting on a bloated corpse carried to the beach by waves. Ouch. The full moon shines bright in the cloudless night sky. The ink-black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight and locked their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only sounds are your ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. The possessed fishermen's boats fill the horizon with their light. Tiny yellow spots navigating across a dark ocean under a dark sky. You cannot make out the figures on board. Hypnotized, you watch as they bob their way out of the harbor. Their lanterns move farther and farther away, and you hear the odd chanting slowly fade with the wind. You stand in the cold until the final boat is out of sight, and it is pitch black again. There's nothing to do now. You head home, weird chants still in your head. No one spoke of the fishermen after they sailed off. Grieving mothers would not let their children anywhere near the cursed beach. Over time, people forgot the last time they saw a boat out on the waves. The old god stirs. Preparing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything, making it harder for you to find what you want. The macabre memoir of morbid mermaids. A blue gem. It vibrates slightly in your hand. A weird bubbling sound lures you to the dark shower room. On the floor, you find a swimsuit thrown over a grotesque leathery coil. Wait, that's not a coil. Alright, level up. Okay, I'm gonna do +1 to dexterity and +1 quick thinking and +1 to strength. Oh my, it's a statue of Cthulhu. Oh, good. When you wake up, you find yourself back in the toilet stall. Thinking it was all a dream, you stand up, only to hear a crack from under your shoe. There lies a broken crimson mask. Akamanto might return one day. But now you know that ancient horrors can be defeated. Oh, and we gotta level up. Okay, so I'm going to get a stamina boost and fast swimmer. She said she would do everything to be with you, even if it meant to cheat death itself. Lost in time and space, you drift in nothingness until something pulls you towards the light. The temperature abruptly drops and you shudder in the icy cold. You find yourself in the middle of a snowy wasteland. A sudden gust flings you to your knees. You inhale deeply, feeling your chest tighten and ache. Your fingers and ears are already numb and freezing. You have to move. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? Before pursuing the man, you ask the waiter if they know him. The waiter smiles and explains that the man is a part of a tabletop role-playing community. You thank him, slightly embarrassed. An old man stops you and invites you into his house. You follow reluctantly, only to be amazed by the number of dusty old sorcery books inside. I can teach you a thing or two about magic, he says. Don't worry about payment. I'm sure we'll work it out in the future. It was a complete waste of time. The senile old man was a bore and had nothing interesting to tell you. We found the doggy! And he's good! Dog is wagging its tail. You are surprised to find a well-dressed man sitting on a rock in the middle of a forest. When you get closer, however, you discover that he's wearing a realistic mask that falls on the ground. Do you have a moment to speak about this product? You follow the faint sound to a telephone line pole. The moment you notice giant hairy balls underneath it, they start to twitch and rise. Ugh. Oh, okay, Private Maverick, have a good night. Plants continue to attack you and the gardener flee. Plants continue to attack you as you and the gardener flee from the forest, only to suddenly stop when you reach the city limits. You manage to call an ambulance from a phone booth, but lose consciousness before it arrives. You wake up in a hospital, your wounds treated. Alright, so it looks like it's lighthouse time, folks. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you two things: that whoever or whatever is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, and that you should run as far as you can. You're afraid there won't be a way back once you start climbing these stairs. Following the winding staircase, you are stuck. Wait a minute. Someone has been taking your photos. They focused on the enemies you've fought with. There's something wrong, but you can't precisely say what. Whoops. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to a hole inside the central pillar. If there's a switch inside, you'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. You can feel the sharp glass ripping your flesh as you search for the switch. Finally, you grab a cable and follow it with your bleeding fingers until you find a button. With a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by a metal gate. The tiny page nailed to the gate explains that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods. Using your own body as a natural conductor, you will power up the gate. You grab the rods, electricity flowing through your body and burning the nerve endings. The pain is almost unbearable, but with a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. A cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. The power box itself is covered in a weird, moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes make your eyes itch and water, but to power the gate, you'll need to disconnect a faulty plug. Weird goo burns your fingers, but you quickly manage to separate the faulty plug and connect to the proper cable. With a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by darkness. A thick black cloud is obscuring your vision, and you can swear something is waiting for you inside of it. You decide to brave through the veil. You finally emerge a while later, safe. You can't, however, explain the blasphemous whispers you heard. The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. Congratulations, you are safe, for now. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening of the Eldritch Old God, but what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again, until the stars are right again. Alright, let's see what kind of achievements we scored. Extended A card pack. Well, in any case, honestly, I am a little worn out, so I think what I'm going to do is I am going to end things off for the evening, and we're gonna go see who we can raid. Yeah, I'm sorry about the problem. I wanted to play Yume Nikki, but I guess that wasn't in the cards. Oh, let's see. Who is streaming right now? Let's see. We are going to raid Shellshock Prime. He is doing a retro night, and I believe he is playing some Halloween games, so... Alright, so everybody, the next stream will be this Thursday night, and later this week I will be announcing what I will be playing, so keep a good eye out, and I will see you all on Thursday night. Everybody, have a good one.